Eden's Living TV. I wanted to come because I have been unmercifully targeted and being hunted. I am in 3 federal cases, one tied to Blumenthal and election fraud and illegal medical implantation. And I have been run from the state of Alabama. I've been shot at. They told me they had me right where they wanted me, and I was dead. So I'm starting to do some videos in case something happens to me. I'm going to be explaining this program. It is a co-intel program. It is run through the sheriff's department to the police to your local dog walkers community. You are human traffickers. What does EM stand for? Well, it's electromagnetic frequencies. And if you can look up what electromagnetic frequencies do to the body, this is a psychoelectronic weapon. They can hit through the use of their phone, a computer, get in their car. They can create nausea. They can flip you into a rage. They can literally program you. Here, these are psychoelectronic weapons. And what I'm looking at here are weapons that purportedly are they use electromagnetism, radio frequencies, microwave frequencies. You're writing and reading the mind. This causes intense pain. I've had migraines. I have a pseudotumor from what they're doing is pulling metadata through my optical nerve. I am a super soldier. I am implanted without my consent or knowledge. I have 8 medical semiconductors in my body, and they are literally causing intense pain, burning me. It can cause rigor mortis. It can cause all type of itching. I remember there were years that I had just the most intense itching problem. I even had to go get medication. Now I know it was a neural mesh under my skin. If you have fibromyalgia, you have a neural network. Okay. The presence of these records are not created. The fusion center guys are the ones gain stalking you. They're getting all the metadata. The DHS is behind all this, Department of Homeland Security. It is microwave hearing. As I said, they can pretty much get any part of your body, stimulate that through the semiconductors, and cause all type of problems. All right. So even the colors, remote brain mapping is what they're doing. They can absolutely, I have 8 people on a human interface device using the emergency broadband system through Skull Candy. They text, they traffic, they create skits. They have put me in a Deadpool game where Kristen Sherman's betting on who and how I'm going to be murdered. William Butch Stakely said he was going to gut me like a deer. And Terrence Blakely, you said with Butch, y'all going to come get my ass. Well, I'm not in the state of Alabama. I'm under a police chief's protection and probably about to go talk to the federal prosecutor. So I'm doing all of my little teachings. You can't kill me. And I'm going to leave a legacy. I don't know if y'all have been watching, but I'm literally building series, retreats, books, trauma, crisis cards, anointing, how to anoint, how to do biohacking, how to do red light therapy, how to get into nature, how to sing, dance, art therapy. I'm building a legacy. So when you see the black helicopters flying above you, what they're doing is they're syncing with your mesh network. My semiconductors through noise and frequency are activated, and they can do a psychotronic weapon. They are brain mapping you. They are broadcasting. Why do you think I went and spent my inheritance to create a TV show where no one can control my message? Thanks, Warren. Warren was going to let me go on a platform with little Stewie Peters and little Love and Ruby, all of them that stole all of my intellectual property on nanotechnology. Sabrina, if you use my work, you better cite me. Sent some legal letters out from people stealing my intellectual property, pretending to be my work. I'm tired, folks. I'm the real CDC whistleblower. My work's being stolen. My life's being hunted. And I lost my family only to find out that my brother's trafficking me. Craig WANN, WANN, in Montevallo, Alabama, worked for AT&T. Angelova, you work for AT&T. My grandpa worked for AT&T. Only to find out that I'm being trafficked by DARPA and Raytheon in microwave and purple laser. What? Brain mapping studies. So broadcasting your thoughts back to a fusion center. And they have the electromagnetic low frequency of your brain stimulation, F waves. You know, F waves can make you go kill folks. Ask Aaron, what was the sniper's little dude? Aaron Alexis, a nice little Freemason false flag project. Navy man goes in, shoots the place up. Well, now, how in the world did that happen? Well, first they put you on all these medications. They alter your brain waves. Then they hit you with a 5G, 6G frequency. And if you're in the military, well, we all know that they break your ass down. They rebuild that soldier. Break that ass. Break that ass. Build a Marine. Go to Paris Island. You don't come back the same man or woman. You've been broken. You've been rebuilt by the United States government. I'm here to serve my country. I'm ready to go genocide people in the Middle East to take their land and make casinos look all purty. Ain't that Christian? Is that Christian? Killing a group of people for their property, just like me in Alabama. They want my $340,000 house in Alabama. The sheriffs and the police tell me they can't help me. It's a federal matter. And the feds hang up on me as soon as I mention Horton and Sherman and organ harvesting and trafficking. Martini mags, drinking kids like Kool-Aid. Little vampire Kristen Stewart wannabe. Twilight Wars of Bloodlines. William of York versus William Gates III, the goat of Edward County. And Grandma Eve and their abomination and their abominable garden. Your clones. Your 5G. Your 6G. Your towers. Your infinity, Sherman. Your car that you're hooking all the people up, your little gang stalkers that you're coordinating through your King James app and WhatsApp. You know what being a remote viewer is? I can see your ass doing what you're doing and I'm not even there. So you've hooked people up to a internet. You hang gang stalkers to go, target them, slander them, breaking their property, tell them they're going to gut you like a deer. I'm going to come get your ass. And told me that John Muzio put a hit on my head, and if I ever talk about vaccines again, to take my vaccine work down. And William Butch Stakely paid for my life. Little chief of Cherokee Nation that wanted to bed little Susu, little Eden. Well, you're not going to bed me. You're not going to marry me. You're not going to steal my inheritance. You're not going to set me up for a crime. You can't call me crazy because I've passed 2 MMIP tests and can work level 3 security at the White House. So keep trying. I don't drink, don't screw, and don't do drugs. How you going to get me? You can't. Because I'm William of York bloodline that's going to expose all these elitist, Satanist pedophiles of the 13 families that rule your country and world. The black nobility rule you. You don't be run by a king. The sorbet man. Orange man died. Orange man, he's killing up, cartel, bad man. You have the Biden-Obama human trafficking network up here where I'm at with 35 families stealing farms. Alabama, they just outright told me, you're dead. My brother tried to commit me. That failed because I'm not crazy. And you tried to steal my home. You tried to commit me. You isolated me for 30 years after our millionaire mama died. You stole the plantation. I found the human interface device at mama's plantation. And my family's pieces of shit, Austrians, that side of the family. Nice little Germans. You want to traffic your little Indian Royal Dutch baby sister. Hey, Craig, I bet those years I lived in the lifestyle, I bet you got some good content on the dark web. And every man that I ever slept with that my brother sat there and watched me do it, you're sick. And you're a pedophile. And you're a monster. And you're a human trafficker. You too, Slavic. You too, Sherman. You think it's funny to come traffic people and buy out life insurance and then hire gang stalkers to drive them crazy and out of the state, and then you want to come in and poison their home, and when they have to sell their home, you're going to buy it for pennies on the dollar? I've been paying attention to all these home auctions you've been going to and car auctions you've been going to. Little girl, little boy blue, little Billy Goat Gates is all I ever knew. You think you're going to beat me. You think you bought you a house. You think you're going to get your kid, and I'm not going to be your spouse. You can help and holler. You can say you're the Constitution. I know your Uncle Roger signed it, but you ain't nothing but a prostitute. Whacking off black men, sucking them off. They won't even pay you, and you're sitting here talking about $80 billion. Well, guess what, Sherman? You're in a $100 million lawsuit, along with everybody in my neighborhood and my brother tracking me. And every lawyer friend that believed the CIA lies about my life, oh, y'all won't ever get back in my life. All the friends, the childhood friends, 57 years old, and childhood friends believe these idiots that are trafficking me. And hey, Shelley Taylor in Mississippi, you got me sexually assaulted at a colonics clinic. The man you were boinking and massaging for free therapy. You're going to answer before God. Your husband now knows what you've done. 4 people I know of. Little small town in Mississippi. When your name gets dragged through the mud because you stand up to pedophile Satanists and all your hometown friends, they get you sexually assaulted and they drug you. And then they tell a whole different story about what happened because they're married and don't want to get caught. So I'm one of those bitches that calls husbands. I text husbands. Hey, your wife wanted to whip me. I wanted to hire her for a Pilates instructor and she went off the deep end. Hey, your wife? Yeah, I'm one of those people. I've had 4 affairs and spreading herpes all through Mississippi. I even called the health department on your ass. Sure did. See, I'm a bringer of truth. You can't buy me. You can't kill me. 25 attempts. Super soldiers just reanimate. You traffic me, you dark surveil me, and you turn every friend I've ever had against me. You know what that makes me? The most dangerous, educated woman in the world. I can't be bought. I won't shut up. And you're not going to sit here and freaking brain map me, modify my behavior, and sell my body for $23 billion that you 800 corporations in Huntsville, Decatur, and Atlanta Police Department who own patents to my body. I do not consent. And I'm the royal bloodline. And how dare you chip and track and surveil my holy temple. We'll see what God has to say about this. And the International Crime Court and the UN Court of Rappaport and Alabama Federal Court. All you bitches are going to go to jail. Promise. Promise.